Shouts out to my people. Shouts out to my people. Sending love, positivity, and good vibes to my people, man. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm doing great today. I just wanted to give you guys some game. Sometimes, we're going to talk about current events, what's going on in the world. But today, I wanted to switch it up and give you guys some advice. A lot of people are working 9 to 5s. A lot of people are trying to get out the rat race of having a job. Now, first and foremost, I'm not attacking nobody that has a job. If you have a job that provides for you and your family, or you are, happy and content with where you at and you're comfortable, this video, still watch it because you can still get some gems from it. But, this video might not be meant for you. But with me, I have I would want to say like a rebellious spirit. I hate having to ask for things. I hate having to, fall in line. I'm still a leader. I'm still somebody that means well, that, moves with good intention. But at the end of the day, I've always had problems with authority, I would say. So, long story short, we're going to go back. So, when you work in a 9 to 5, my whole thought process is, how can I get out of this? How can I get out of this and do something that I want to do? Something I enjoy doing. So, it all started when, and don't get me wrong, I worked jobs. I have no problem, working. I have no problem working hard for a paycheck. I've done everything from deliver the newspaper, Dayton Daily News. I delivered pizzas. I worked at Cold Stone. I worked at Dairy Queen. My first job was Crackle Barrel. I used to smell like breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. And if oh my gosh, the grease would just be in your fingernails, and it just was horrible. But shots out I'm not definitely not taking shots at Crackle Barrel, because I still order there to this day. It just gives you a different perspective. Other jobs that I had, I worked construction, landscape. I went door to door sales. I know you guys, Craigslist, trying to sell the vacuum cleaner. I've literally done everything. I've done it all. But I would say my best job that I ever had was working at the mall. I felt like that was the first job that I had that it wasn't, a job. I enjoyed going to work. I liked the environment. You met new people. It was more my crowd of people. More of especially at that time. I'm 32 now, but at the time, this was 7 years ago. So I was about, this was probably 8, 9, 10 years ago now. So, I probably was 23, 24, 25. So I was still young. And, you can meet a lot of people. You can network. There's a lot of good things that come from working at the mall. So if you have a personality like me, where you like to talk to people, working at the mall, it was my favorite job, but it also taught me so much. Now, I'm not trying to discredit the other jobs that I had. I learned when I worked at Crackle Barrel, my first job, I learned how to always be clean. I never, especially like once you become a busser, or a server, it's like you can never undo that. So when I go out to eat, I always tip. I always, like to interact and have that connection. I don't want my waiter or server to be all up on my back to the point where, it's like, dang, I ain't even took a bite yet, and this is the third time you asking me how does it taste. Like, just chill. I'm not talking about the ones. I'm talking about the ones that was like me, working at, I worked in the stock room. The stock room that I worked in was a $1.5 million store. I was the only one back there. When I tell you I was on Octopus, like if you guys remember Men in Black, where he opens up the printer and it's like the dude's just like, he got like 8 arms and he's just like putting shit in all the fucking, that's literally how I feel at Finish Line. So, you know, I kind of got off topic, but relaying that to my Crackle Barrel job, that was the first job where I learned how to, you know, tip, customer service, you know, try to interact, try to, you can also read when your server has favoritisms. They might have regulars, so they're interacting with them and having conversations with them. It might be, you know, they might be, sad to say it, but it's true. If you've ever went out to eat, some people, it could be racist, or, you know, they might, a situation, not even me, my homeboy told me, you know, they went up to our little spot and they're basically like, oh, you got a card? And they're like, nah, we got a card. It's like, oh, well, it's been a lot of, you know, runouts and people not paying. So, you know, he's like, I got cash. They're like, okay, well, we're gonna have to take your cash after. And I get, yeah, black people get a bad rap and stuff like that, but it's like, I just seen you sit them white people down and you didn't say that shit to them. So, and I'm not trying to make this a race thing, I'm not trying to get off topic, but y'all get what I'm saying. You feel me? Y'all know the good servers from the bad servers if you catch my drift. You know, back in the day, it's great servers. Now, you be lucky to have one good server in a restaurant. So, yeah, that's what Crackle Barrel taught me. Crackle Barrel taught me to come in, clean. It taught me to, you know, clean up after yourself, especially after a meal. Like, after I eat a meal and I got kids, you know, I would hate bussing after a table that had kids, because I would be like, dang, you got crayons and syrup and all types. Like, come on, bro. Come on. So now, even though I got kids, I'm tightening it up. I'm putting all the cups stacked together, putting the silverware in the cups, you feel me? Stacking the plates up, you feel me? The clean plate, put the dirty plate on. You know, y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. So, that's what Crackle Barrel taught me. And I'm just saying this all to say, I got to use that example. So many little things. You take these traits and you take these almost like characteristics, like it changes you as a person. So when you leave a job, it kind of forms you into somebody new. Landscaping business I worked for. Got paid under the table, perks to that, but then it's downfalls, you know, you ain't gonna get. So when you first get into a job that pays under the table, you're like, yes, I get paid under, you damn near bragging about that shit. But then when your homies and they get their taxes and they getting 3, 4, 5 bands back, you're like, damn, is it? It's little things like that. Landscape. We used to do mulch from millionaires, multi-millionaire, got houses, and, you know, just to see able to pick up game. Like, I'm that type of person. If I'm at a millionaire's house, I'm trying to figure out, like, the little things. I'm trying to, you know, walk past them and see how they moving, or try to, you know, ask a question without being, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how did you get here? How, you know what I'm saying? What I also learned from my landscaping job, right, is that and another thing I learned, not even from my landscaping job, it was when it was my landscaping job. So when I was doing my landscaping job, right, we would have to go door to door and put up flyers, you feel me? and to try to get more leads. And you will be surprised how many callbacks you'll get just from making a flyer and posting them on people's doorsteps and just hitting the whole neighborhood. I would get this guy anywhere from 10, 15, 20 leads a day. Little stuff like that. You know, if I was to go out and try to brand if I would use that in my arsenal. Oh, we need to make flyers. We need to post these up on every single doorstep. We need to have cards. Shoot. Nowadays, you know, everything slowly evolves into something. Now they got these wristbands where you can literally, bam, put this on your phone and it'll pop up. You know, anything from Facebook, Instagram, social media, your phone number, you know, a website, all of it, bam, off this scanner right here. They scan that part. Normally I rock it on my wrist. It's just a bracelet, you know what I'm saying? So if you catch up with somebody, boom. It's little things like this that get you far. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you invest in stuff like that, it might just end up. But it's about the details is what I'm really trying to break down to y'all. When y'all go into these jobs, y'all gotta really take something out of the job. Just don't go to the job trying to get a paycheck. Go in a job trying to take information, trying to get game. Because the more jobs that I've worked, the more that I can say, oh shit, Cracker Bro taught me how to, you know what I'm saying, be considerate. That's the word. The landscaping job told me, you know, another way to network. Donato's delivering door-to-door, delivering pizzas. Oh shoot, yeah, I got this job delivering pizzas, but you know, you putting wear and tear on your car. My car literally shut down. I couldn't even work, and it was just like, oh well, whenever you figure that out, let me know. But that's just one, you know, that's not the main thing, but it's like, you know, I didn't even think before I got that job that like, damn, I'm putting wear and tear on my own car. And yeah, they're paying me, but is putting the wear and tear in this car worth of, depending on what type of car you got. If you got a Honda and that it's meant for you to beat up, yeah, but you know, you see delivery drivers riding in Cadillacs, riding in, you know, something, just the little detail stuff. Before you get in it, you don't even think about the things, but after you got to pick up on the things, and that's small details. So I kind of ran it about, you know, all the other little jobs. I could keep going on and on and on and on. The worst job that I ever had, I'm gonna tell you guys, I walked in, right, and it was FHI, and it was like freight. So you had to move this car, you had to move these materials into a trailer, dump them off, and long story short, you're there training, so you get paid for the training. But once you have your day to yourself, once you got to pack up your trailer, it's all on you. It's life or death. When I tell you, I go in there, you'll have to go in there about like 6:30. Go in there, working my job. You know, I'm a morning person, but I still need time to wake up. Like I can't just wake up and just start working. You feel me? So I'm like, fuck. So I'm trying to get these trailers onto this, or I'm trying to get these bins, these crates. I'm trying to get these crates with this machine on the trailer. So, you know, I kind of fuck up, mess up, try to put the trailer, basically ask for help. But they ain't quick to help me today. They like, oh, you got to figure it out. So it was a situation where I'm doing all this stuff. I get there at 6. We got lunch at like 11:30. Let's say 11:30. 11:30 come. I got one crate on that trailer. One. You know how much money I made in that 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, in that 4-hour span, 4.5-hour span? I made like 60 cents. Because you don't get paid off of your product. You don't get paid off of the hours. You get paid off your productivity. And I only had like, let's say 20 items on this crate. I'm only getting paid something cents for each. So I'm getting paid cents. I'm getting paid pennies on a dollar for 20 things that took me 4.5 hours to. Y'all know on Napoleon Dynamite where he's like, that's like $1 an hour. I was rolling watching that part, like crying, like that nigga did all that work for $1 an hour. Napoleon Dynamite made more than me that day. That's when I was like, all right, yeah. It's little things like that. I went to lunch. I never came back. I was like, oh yeah, this job ain't for me. I can do something else. So I worked all these felonious ass jobs. And then I go to the mall. Like I said, this was literally the best job that I had. And what I learned from that job is, well, I was there for 5, 6 years, 7 years. So obviously I was going to learn the most, but it taught me so much. It taught me patience. It taught me how to, get closer with the higher power. Being in that stock room, hours and hours and hours and hours and hours in, I would listen to music. Music got old. I would listen to everything. I would watch movies. I would do any and everything. And it got to the point where it was like, because you be in the stock room, as long as I'm working and being productive, they really didn't care. But what it taught me is, all those things. Then I start listening to self-improvement. That's probably why that's really what's instilled in me, and that's why I want to promote. I had time to find myself. I'm in the back room for hours, not really talking to people, got my headphones in, music. Songs can only hit for so long until it's like, all right. Movies, TV shows, all that shit can only hit for so long until you're like, then I start listening to, people speaking about God and faith and manifestation and positivity and how to, and I got addicted to self-development. I'm like, you know what? Like, I know there's more for me. I know it. Like, I can feel it. I can taste it. I can see it. I'm just not there yet. So, working in that back room. Like I said, I was an octopus. So I'm bringing in 100. And these boxes ain't like little Amazon boxes. These boxes is 2 feet big. These boxes is 2.5 by 2. These is big boxes because they got up to like 10 pairs of shoes in the box. I'm getting 100 of those a day by myself, and I gotta put them all up before I leave. And guess what? I'm gonna get 80 tomorrow, and I gotta do the same thing. And if you have one bad day, you're drowning. And if I was to run a store, I would give the stock person a little bit more. I wasn't getting no help. I was killing it for real. But that's what it taught me. It taught me hard work, not to give up. It taught me inventory. It taught me time management. It taught me how to network, how to build relationships, especially in the workforce. It taught me that the workforce, especially like the corporate world, it's a dog-eat-dog world, man. That's why I had to get out of it. I had to get out of it because it's a dog eat dog world. It's all about competition. It's all about, you know, pulling the rug up on somebody else, down talking somebody else to try to make yourself look better. It's really like a sociopath. Like, if you really deep into not politics, but if you deep into the corporate world, I kind of look at you different, because I'm like you'll do anything for the dollar. You'll stab somebody in the back, you know. And I've been through it, so I'm not trying to say, you know, this is with experience. When you, it's put up or shut up. It's either I'm getting this position, me and my best friend, yeah, we best friends, but only one of us can get promoted. Who's it gonna be? And 9 times out of 10, that's gonna break up y'all relationship a little bit. It's gonna, because once you see your man start acting funny, and then now you inclined to start acting funny, and that ain't even who you really is. So now y'all playing tit for tat on some, it's like, so, yeah, kind of, you know what I'm saying, getting off track, but when it comes down to it, what I'm really trying to say is, when you work in a 9 to 5, get into these 9 to 5s, you know, you're going to work with people that you might necessarily like, but you got to still learn how to get money with them. You're going to have different people and different characteristics, different zodiac signs, different, you feel me, all that. Different personalities, different races, different ethnicities. But what I'm trying to tell you and break all this shit down and sum it up, you know, I was giving you example after example after example to really, you know, build that picture up. But at the end of the day, when you work that 9 to 5, you go in there and you got to be a sponge. You trying to soak up as much game, because once you get out here in life on your own and it's just you and God, or you and the higher source, the only thing you gonna have is information, the shit that you retain. You know, I got out of my job working at Finish Line. Long story short, district manager had me on a dummy mission. I peak game, and I'm one of them people that I can't stomach disrespect. I can't stomach the bullshit. I can't do it. I can't look somebody in the eyes and fake the funk. That's just not me. I'll curl up in a ball and die before I ever allow that to happen. And I felt like, you know, God's grace, I left that situation. I didn't know what I was gonna do, how I was gonna make it through, what was gonna happen. But, you know, now we got multiple grinds. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, the biggest thing that I learned is I was making millions of dollars for corporations, not just one, other. Concrete, I laid concrete, you know, there's so many jobs, and you making them hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for them, and what do you get paid in return? Are you appreciated? I told myself, if I can go this hard for these people that don't appreciate it, once I get my shot, I ain't gonna drop the ball, because I'm gonna go that much more harder, and I'm gonna enjoy that shit. I'm gonna love the process. So I'm gonna wrap it up. Moo-moo's waking up. So I just wanted to tell you guys, like, when you guys are going to these jobs, you guys are working, don't just go from job to job and don't pick up nothing from it. Go Go from job to job, and even if you get fired, let go, you quit, all of it is gonna make sense in the end. When you get to where you wanna be and you get to moving how you need to be moving, everything in the information you retain through each and every job, it's gonna make you, you know, the person that you need to be. So don't lose sight of that. Don't lose retain that information. Gain that information. Don't just think, oh shit, this job, and then reboot, and now it's just like, oh well, I'm just gonna completely ignore, you feel me? Nah. Every step, every moment, every minute, every hour, you gotta look at it. Like, I'm not gonna be here. A good quote that pops into my mind is Will Smith. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He was supposed to build a brick wall. His dad says just lay one brick a day. You gonna look, and he looked back, and he laid that brick perfectly every single day. Eventually he had a wall. Same thing for you. If you working a 9 to 5, I know people that work 9 to 5 gets bad raps. You know, a lot of females nowadays, oh, I can't date a dude that working 9. Put your head down, grind, hustle, and everything that you are learning, God is just, you know, bringing it all together. So, you know, you can't look at it. You got to look at it from a different perspective. Oh shit, I'm learning this now, and I got fired. Oh, I'm working. Okay, I'm going over here. Oh, I learned this, inventory. Oh, I learned how to, you know, network. I learned how to approach people and talk to them and start conversations. Come here, Moo Moo. You okay? But yeah. Okay, I got you. But yeah, I'm out. I'm starting my morning. It was good talking with y'all. We're going to do this every morning. So today, you know, the main topic is just, you know what I'm saying, when you work in these jobs, doing 9 to 5, keep your head down. This is for the people that want to become entrepreneurs. Like, you can do it. And don't think that, you know, the 9 to 5, like, don't think that, you know, you ain't learning or you're not doing, you're exactly where you need to be. You need to be there. You need to retain, because they giving you information that's going to pay off in the future. You might not see it, you might not, you know, but, you know, they made me the monster that I needed to be in order to succeed out here on my own. So, peace. I love you guys. I broke my leg, y'all. Make sure you guys go follow all my other platforms. It's gonna be in the bio. We're going live on TikTok. I'm posting reaction videos on my other page. I'm about to do Pop the Balloon challenge, so that's about to be big. Make sure you guys go watch that. But yeah, we working, we grinding. This year our year. But when y'all working them 9 to 5s, man, don't be embarrassed. Don't think you got to be a drug lord or a drug dealer, or you got to, you know what I'm saying? And once you get your money in your bag, don't think that you got to go buy a bunch of jewelry and stick to the basics. You'll get there. Be patient. Love y'all. We out.